Oh, hello.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Good
What's going
evening.
on, dudes? My
evening.
brothers, friends, co-hosts. What's going on, everybody?
Good
How we doing today?
evening. Good
is that what we're doing? Good evening.
Good evening. I'm feeling like Igor from...
This isn't a good evening. I'm in standard definition again.
Why are you in standard definition?
Here we go with
dude. It's crazy. It's so always about Reese's screen.
I can't believe how like Reese is in real life. Reese is like mad nonchalant about. He's just like, whatever. I'll throw on that shirt. I put on these pants. Put on these shoes. I'm going outside real quick. I'm going to the store. Don't care.
Facts.
We get here. Yeah. Reese is like, excuse me, can you tilt me to the left a little bit? Can you please tilt me to the left? My face is a little stretched. Can you squeeze that on this? Oh, there's a corner over there. Can you tilt that in a little bit? Like,
it's a different world, my guy.
Is you serious? Like, is this the same Reese?
No, it's not
2294 because this is recorded.
Like,
that's one of our go-to statements around here. Yeah.
This has been recorded.
This has been recorded. Yeah, what's up with you guys today before we start the episode real quick? What we got going on, gentlemen?
What do I have going on?
Work. And
work. It was because, it was the weekend just passed,
Oh, I got an update.
What did I do this weekend? I don't even remember.
This is actually really important. You guys have to know this. So recently, I lost my clippers and I look like a caveman. That's it. That's the update.
All right. Well, as a counter to that, I decided to no longer want to look like a caveman. So I actually got the courage up and my mask on to go to the barbershop and actually get it done. It was as hygienic as possible at a barbershop, but I got it done. I got a fresh lineup. I'm looking good. I'm very happy.
I know my girl, she ordered me some clippers, but man, I can't wait for them things to come in here because I'm feeling like old man Joe right now. I got my hipster movement on. I got a beard. I got plugs in my ears. All I need is a cup of tea and some soft.
A few more tattoos.
And I got tattoos too. Yeah, I'm all hipster. Yeah, all hipster.
Man, you really forgot about the most important part, my guy.
Yeah, I got the whole package.
Yeah, just get yourself a cigarette and make sure you know the most current band that is the most important band, or otherwise you're out the loop.
What's the name of that band? Luminaire? Is it Luminaire?
There's a lot of those bands, but that is one of those. There's a Lucero and
I know Lumin something, but I'm not sure if it's Luminaire or not.
I remember when Vampire Weekend was everything. So if you still listen to hardcore, you was corny. I don't know. There was a lot of rules that came. I don't know, dude. Just listen to whatever you like, whatever you're listening to. Nasty Buddha brings up something. Did you guys watch the UFC? I unfortunately didn't catch the whole event, but I did watch the main event, and wow. Not too shocked. I wasn't too shocked, but the finish was definitely shocking. I thought Poirier would win that fight, but I didn't think by finish. I thought he would take him the distance. But yeah, that was good. That was good for Conor too, man. He's I like what he said after the show and after the event. Yeah.
My man was humble. My man was more than humbled. They humbled my boy. My man got humbled.
Yeah, before he fought Cowboy and last year, he was you could tell he was making a transition to be a different person, a better person, whatever you want to say. Because he even in that fight, he wasn't very cocky or anything of that nature. So whatever.
He got humbled respectfully.
Oh, absolutely. And Reese talking about he doesn't remember. This was the first week, this past week, that we all streamed outside of the Trigger Talk forum on our own. Successfully, we all had a successful stream this week. Keon's been doing it for a little bit, but we are all officially out there streaming the games that we talk about so much on this show that we like, we dislike. We are playing them on our own time and streaming those as well. So you guys can check that out on our Pressicles.
I had a really successful stream this morning. I streamed for the first time Dragon Quest 11. First time playing that game, and I did not like that. Well, the first one I ever played was Dragon Quest 8. I found out, and there was a couple things I didn't like. I didn't like the main character didn't talk. I didn't like that it had the front-facing battle system, and that's about as far as I got in the game. I was like, yo, these 2 notches, done. The battle system is the most important to me, and the fact that it was front-facing, I was like, done, can't do it. I'm done with this game.
Checked out.
Yeah, and then, but like I know that the Dragon Quest series has more of a fan base than the Final Fantasy series, and I absolutely love the Final Fantasy series. So I'm like, yo, I want to get involved with this. Like, I want to know more about the series.
See what it's about.
Yeah, I want to see what the hype is about. I want to see what all the hubbub is about. So when I found out that you can change the battle system in this one, I definitely wanted to try it out, and I am very pleased to say I actually like this game. Now, I don't know if it's because my hopes and my standards was so I was prepared to hate this game. Like, yep, nope, it's trash. And so when I went in, I'm like, oh wait, this is actually good. Like, I could actually during my stream, I was literally running from battle to battle because the enemies are on the map. So I was literally just running from battle to battle as I was talking to chat, and I was like, oh wait, they're just sitting here watching me grind. Let me actually progress in the story because I had a good time with the fight. So
I may as well have it fun.
Pleased to say so far I like Dragon Quest 11, and that game will be beat. We will beat that game.
Nice, yeah.
So with these new revelations, which is your preference? The on-screen enemies where you know where they are, you can run into them, or random?
So you know what? It's funny you say that because I talked about this during my stream as well. Was the fact that I do not like the on-screen battle system because, it's not the battle system, but the on-screen enemy interaction because it's got pros and cons. But really, you clear the area, then if you're grinding, you clear the area, you go to the next area, then you have to go back and you have to clear the area again. Then you go back to the next area, then you come back. You know what I'm saying? You got to rinse, wash, repeat. The bad part about that is it's a nuisance. That's like super annoying to do. The good part about that is if you're just trying to progress, you know where you've been because there's no enemies there. So that's good for progression, terrible for trying to grind. The good thing about this game is enemies just pop up on the map. They just come up like they just all at all. You can't clear an area because enemies are constantly refreshing on their own. I don't know. This system, this running into any battle, any enemy, I really like it. The fact that it refreshes, it kind of because in a random battle, which is typically my preference, you run around in circles hoping to get into a fight. Like you have to wait until a fight comes to you. Whereas with this one, as long as the enemies are constantly refreshing, you control when you get into a fight. So I like that.
Yeah, that's what I say. I like that you control when you get into a fight in the systems where it's enemies are on the screen because like I hate when I'm way past that part, but you have to go back there for story reasons and you're just trying to get there and you don't want to fight because they're way under level. But with random, sometimes you just keep hitting these weak enemies. You're like, I just want to get through this. Okay. You just kind of weave through them and just get past them.
Yeah. So see, on the other end of that, it's like, I don't mind like trying to run through an enemy, like whatever, get out of my way. I'm just trying to go from A to B. Y'all suck, whatever. Y'all suck. Whatever. It's like whatever. My thing is, I like the heart wrenching, sweat inducing. I'm low on items and I'm going through it, and I'm trying to just get from A to B. I'm trying to get to the next end or something, and I'm praying. I'm crossing my fingers I don't run into no battle, and then it's. I'm like, no, wait. So now, because every fight is like, it's like playing chess. Like you gotta move and ooze away you around the opponent. So it's like, do I run? Do I use an item here? Are they gonna go before me? So like, I like the random battles for that. The fact that it has my heart pumping, it keeps my adrenaline going. So they both have pros and cons.
They definitely do.
Typically, I like random battles, but the way that Dragon Quest 11 does the refresh, I really like that. So I take if we're doing on screen, refresh. If not, random battle.
So yeah, the only reason I asked that because this one game, this is the only game I've seen this in. Please correct me, those are listening, or either of you two, if I'm incorrect. If you remember Seventh Saga for SNES,
Seventh Saga,
no, I don't remember that one.
Crazy old game, not surprised. But so you have a radar in your corner. You don't see the enemies on the board like you do in Dragon Quest, but you see where they are in relation on this mini map, and they're randomly generated. So it's kind of a mesh of both of those systems, and I always thought that was interesting.
You see enemies randomly.
Radar, yep, and then there's a little tiny dot indicates an enemy. they can spawn and despawn. So it's not like they're static in place like they are in DQ, but they're random like they are in the quote traditional JRPG.
So what do you prefer?
I prefer random because that's just always what I did. But if they're on the board, whatever, let's run it.
Yeah, that's not make or break me for a game. It's just preference, really.
Absolutely not. But a preference, I prefer the on screen. I like the little 2D fight them, and if you hit them first, you get to go first.
You get a bonus.
You get ambushed. I like that.
I don't know if Dragon Quest 11 has the sneak attack thing. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, Grandia 2, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Yeah. Enemies are on the map.
Enemies are on the map.
You can sneak up on them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always like those little mini games to get into a battle. Like, I don't know. You guys know I like that stuff.
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but either way, it doesn't make or break the game. I'm going to play it if it's a good RPG.
If it's good.
In the battle system's hot.
It's just preference,
but I can't take it away, man. Let's dive in. Let's go.
Oh, you ready to get it started? Okay.
Let's go.
In that case.
Let's get it started. Go.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am Key, of course, you guys know that, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host B.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And Reese.
You know that.
You know that.
We know. I love it.
I love that. That was smooth. You know that. I'm about to start doing that when people introduce me. Hi, this is my friend Keon. You know that.
There you go. I got you. I just taught you something today.
Know that.
That was smooth.
That's wild. All right. Anyway.
So yeah.
As
anyways. So a very interesting chain of events happened recently. And by recently, I mean like 2 days ago. Recently, 2 days ago. What's today? 25th. Yeah, 2 days ago. Recently. It was announced at 6 a.m. PST or 9 a.m. EST our time that Xbox Live Gold will be having a quite large price increase on some of its things. They announced that for they didn't give a price for the 6 month. I mean for the 12 month. Assuming the 12 month is gone, but they announced that the 6 month is going to be $60, which was previously $40. The 3 months is going to go for $30, which was previously $25, and the 1 month is going for $11, which was previously $10. So they announced a giant price hike. Now, normally a price hike isn't that crazy because, I mean, a lot of people have Netflix. Like we've had Netflix. I was trying to actually find the original price for Netflix, but I couldn't. Was it like $5 or $8?
It's probably like $5 or $6.
Regular screen was like one screen was $7.99, and if you wanted the 4 screens with HD, $11.99.
It was $11.99.
Yep.
Wow, that is $17.90. It's like
$18. $17.99 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's $18.
Yeah, they've also gone through like 4 or 5 price hikes.
Yeah. I mean, they started price hiking in 2010. I found that they started their like service in 2010, and then from there, ever since then, they started like ever so slightly, ever so surely increasing their prices. But yeah, $18, which is, I mean,
pay for that content somehow.
Which is still cheaper than getting a whole package, right? So if you only have cable, like Netflix and one other thing, you're still making out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, which is interesting though, because you have to be careful because that's how depending on how many services you sign up for,
you got to be careful with that.
You could be paying either the same amount or more than your cable service. So you got to be careful.
Yep. Because there's like 20 of them now. It's crazy.
There's a lot. Everybody wants their own service at this point.
Come up with some groups, man. Come up with some groups. Like, get your little party together and you make sure that everyone can bring something to the table and everyone just share that, man.
As long as they still allow account sharing, then it's perfectly great. It's perfectly fine. Streaming is definitely the way to go. As soon as they start mixing that, man, dude, I don't know.
Then we got to find something different.
Yeah, I might have
our whole crowd, our whole niche gonna have to find another type of deal.
I don't know. I don't know if it's bad for them or not though, because so peep this.
If it's bad for who? Netflix?
No, if it's streaming services in general,
Streaming services,
to have
period,
the
yeah.
sharing. Because look, check this out, right? For me, when I got into the Game Pass, it was $1 for like 2 weeks. And then shortly after that was Black Friday, which they gave out. They were selling $20. No, the 3-month pass for $20. And I bought one, but I know people that bought like 8, 10. They said they're good for the next 3 years off of their passes, right? So, dude, I know you're shaking your head, but I'm thinking like, why didn't I buy more? I only bought one.
Yeah.
I'm currently rolling off of the 3-month pass. So and then right now, currently, if you are a new member, they currently have a promotion. If you guys listen to this, you might want to check this out. They currently have a promotion where it's $1 for 3 months. 3 months for $1. If you are a new subscriber. So with the amount of, and this is just from when I'm getting in, they did plenty of promotions and plenty of the stuff like this in the past, right? And this is still something, Game Pass is still something that they're pushing, which means it's very fruitful for them. They're making money off of it. So this is telling, with the amount of deals and steals and giveaways and all these type of promotions that they're doing, it's telling me that maybe account sharing for companies they're not even giving away passes or free passes or anything like that. They're just allowing for a couple extra people to come on. It's kind of like evens out, where Game Pass is selling you 3 months for $1. You have 5 people on one account for $15 a month. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of like it seems like it's still fruitful. Like it would be like it's not that bad. Of course, it'd be better for them to have 5 people pay $15 a month,
right?
But it's not that bad for them to have 5 people on one $15 account.
Yeah, because those 5 people could end up splitting off and getting their own. That's another subscription for them.
Potentially.
And they might bring on people from their account. Same thing. Now it's another group of 5. One could splinter off. Yeah. It's splinter potential instead of
they can tell other people to, go start your own group. And then now you have new accounts starting groups. So it's like
literally prime example, like Emrod came to my house, and because like he had heard us talk about Game Pass, but he really didn't get it. He actually got to sit down and see it. Immediately went home and had to have it. Like he bought it right away. Like, he was like, "Oh, I'm crazy for not having this. You guys are like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Like we told you." And he bought it right away. So maybe they're basically going off that. It's like we have this kind of community thing coming together where people will buy it. They'll tell their friends about it, let them share it. Who cares? Like maybe we get another sale because they're at over 15 million subscribers. Like they're crushing it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't need any more. They definitely.
No,
they don't. Definitely.
Companies
You know what I'm
never
trying to
turn
say?
down more money.
More than better.
They want more, but
they want more.
They're not going at it in like a malicious way to just be like everyone has to have their own account. Rah rah rah. They're not really going crazy like that.
Yeah, they could do that later down the line if they ever so
exactly.
So
I don't really see them. Well, no, I mean it's definitely still a potential for them to shut down account sharing, but it would really suck, and I don't see it as something super necessary for them to do. I think I don't know their books, but I think it's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's unnecessary risk.
Exactly. You definitely upset a lot of people. And speaking of upsetting a lot of people,
and here they go.
All of the like I said, at 6 a.m. PST or 9 a.m. EST, they announced the price hike of basically definitely doubling your yearly subscription from $60 to $120 a year. People were pissed. People were absolutely pissed. And by 8:52 p.m. PST that same exact day, or 11:52 p.m. that EST that same exact day, they backtracked everything.
So 12 hours later.
12 hours later, they said, actually, let me quote. This is directly from their web, from the same post. They made a post saying all the changes that they made, and from the same exact post, they put in bold above the original post saying, and I quote, "We messed up today, and you were right to let us know. Connecting and playing with friends is a vital part of gaming, and we failed to meet the expectations of players who count on it every day. As a result, we have decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing." And they also added that free-to-play games will no longer need Xbox Live. Now, this I didn't know. Like I said, I've had Xbox Xbox. I got Xbox Gold Ultimate, which comes with
Everything.
everything. Yeah, everything you need. No, I got Game Pass Ultimate. I'm sorry. I got Game Pass Ultimate, which comes with Xbox Gold. So, but I didn't know that you used to need Xbox Gold, which you had to pay for, to play free-to-play games. So
Like Fortnite?
and Warzone.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
you needed
I didn't know
Xbox
that.
Gold Live. Yes. So those people like Fortnite, people playing Fortnite and Warzone on Xbox and whatever free-to-play game. I don't know if Warzone is PlayStation exclusive, but like all of those free-to-play games,
no.
they were paying $60 a year to play because you needed Game Pass.
If you was
Xbox
playing
Live.
Smite on Xbox, you would. It's a free to play, but you can't play it online
Unless
without
gold.
you had the gold. Okay, wow.
Right.
Like you would have it anyways because probably you play Call of Duty, right? But still,
Yeah.
for it to be a requirement is kind of trash.
Yeah, so you needed it, which is insane to me. But
Yeah,
you needed it, and so they took that away. Free to play games will no longer, but they also said this is something that they're working on vigorously in the upcoming month. So it might not be all games like immediately, but this is something that they're actively currently working on, trying to get rid of the need to have Xbox Gold in order to play those games. So now,
and PlayStation doesn't have that at all. You can just look.
No.
Like, you can just log in and
you
just
know
go.
what's crazy? Yeah, what's funny is that my nephew. I found this out because of my nephew. We used to play Fortnite a lot together, and he didn't have PSN at all. Like he didn't have it.
Yeah, PS Plus.
Yes, I keep on saying PSN. Yeah, he didn't have PS Plus.
PS Plus. Yep.
And we played Fortnite together. He's like, "This is the only game I could play right now because I don't have any other. I don't have PlayStation Plus." And I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't even know that." Like,
Yeah, I
we've
think it's
had
on a per
PlayStation
game.
Plus since 3, huh?
I think it's on a per game basis. Like the developers will decide whether or not you would need Plus because like there are some.
I don't know if it's
don't
on the
need it.
developers, dude, because
I said
Microsoft
might.
is saying you're not going to need Plus or
Mhm.
Xbox Gold. So that's not the developer saying what was
It's
needed.
probably the whoever is responsible for the game, whether it's the dev or the producer or whoever is responsible for the finances of the game, are probably paying Sony or not paying Sony to have that.
Wait,
right?
what do you?
Because it's up to Sony, right?
It's up to Sony to say you can
Right.
play this for
Yeah,
free. You
okay,
need
yeah.
You know, you
PlayStation
can't,
Plus.
right? So they would have to strike a deal with them or something behind the scenes to make sure that they can do it with or without the Sony permissions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at old posts from forums and things talk about, oh yeah, we don't need PS Plus to play F2P games. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
was a few years ago, so it could
Yeah.
some games could have changed in the meantime. But,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, there's been no game that you can play with no free to play PlayStation game that you needed PlayStation Plus
yeah,
for.
Plus 4.
Me
far as I
either.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I
just
literally
sitting
went to look. It was like, oh no, you don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So previously, up until this point, Xbox, you needed it. So now, excuse me, a radio host from Gamertag tweeted, well, her name is Paris Lily. She tweeted, "This was 100% the right thing to do by admitting a mistake and quickly correcting it, plus removing Xbox Live Gold requirement for free to play. Good on the leadership Xbox for listening to the community."
yeah, dude. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, they
1,000%.
listened. Yeah, I mean, the same exact day they backtracked. They didn't let no time go by. They got the backlash, and because it's supposed to, that's supposed to be their thing. That like how they listen to the community, how they take care of the community, and everything.
That's their new thing. Like
So-
they literally spent a year positioning themselves to be that company. Those like and represent that, and they've done a really good job. Like we've spoke about it tremendously on the show. Like how they pivoted in this last generation into this generation, and then
Numerous.
this move right here is like, what is this? Like, what is this crazy cash grab? Like, is this like I don't get it because now
Is this
correct
the
me if
old
I'm
Evil
wrong.
Empire?
Right? No, that's Nintendo. Chill out. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. No, because they've been on that for a while. You know what? Why are we bringing this up right now?
Yeah. That's Microsoft.
But, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you then have Gold, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. But now 12 months of Ultimate is going to net them an extra $60. So you think
wait,
they just
what do you mean?
So right now, if you spend $60 on Xbox Gold, right, you get the gold, right?
Yeah,
and you can
get gold
play
for
online
6 months,
and you can download the free games and all that stuff. Right.
Yep.
You can download the free games they give you, and you can use their online service.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass gives you access to all of these games, their server of games, and also does that.
Yeah,
it also does that.
Yes,
but it's 12 months for $16.99, or is it $15.99 for $16? So that same money over 12 months, I think they just want everyone to get on the Game Pass.
So one analyst believed it was to make Game Pass look more appealing. Absolutely, that's what the analyst was saying. Like, well, yeah, he did the same type of numbers. Like, well, this makes they're trying to push more people to Game Pass.
They've been like touching gold because they axed the yearly plan. Like, you can't even go out and get the physical cards for those anymore.
Yeah, no, they got rid of them.
And now, because that's going to annoy people. It's like, oh, I like to pay yearly at a time. Now I can't. So let me see what other annual options there are. Oh, what's this Ultimate Pass we're talking about now?
Exactly.
It's a little more, sure, but holy crap, I get all this stuff. Why won't I subscribe?
Exactly.
But I mean, Phil Spencer, to the same tweet earlier, Phil Spencer actually responded to the tweet, and he said, "Apologies for the angst and emotion this caused today for our customers. As always, we appreciate the feedback. This is a good learning opportunity for us, and we will learn from it."
I love that word, angst.
Does it again.
So angst. Yeah, it's crazy how they do something, they completely screw up. Like, they screwed it up. They messed it up big. And then they completely flipped it, turned it around, and made themselves look good again, all in one
executed. They realized the problem before they rolled it out. They didn't roll it out and then make a couple of extra dollars, piss a whole bunch of people off, and then apologize, and then backtrack.
And have to realize control
before the execution.
Yeah. Nah, they announced it. They said, no, they announced it. Everybody was like, "Yo, what are you doing? This is trash. You're supposed to be for the people." Like, first of all, look at the state of the world. Like, come on, right now, you're gonna do this, and then they say, "You know what? Yeah, you're right. We take it all back. Oh, by the way, free to play games, you're good to go."
Like, make themselves look good, and
it's a little like, oh yeah, by the way, like, yeah, we definitely messed up on this for the last couple of years. Let's fix that. Boom.
Yeah, let's fix that too while we're at it. Boom.
As long as we've been talking about companies making these crazy changes.
Yeah.
And then, luckily, in this case, this company had enough sense to backtrack and realize their mistake. Unlike another certain company that's been making changes recently and pissing people off.
What?
So, Comcast. But no, just hearing this Microsoft story is just so refreshing, knowing that companies can change their tune.
They can
if enough voices raise up.
Oh, they absolutely can. Companies have all the power. It's not like, yo, you are the company is the power. And that's what I was saying about, oh man, I forget. It was some talk we were having in the Discord, but I forget what the topic was. But basically, it essentially came down to, just because you can does not mean you should. You know what I'm saying? Just like, because you can, because you have the power to, does not mean that you should do it.
Yeah,
you don't have
That's why there should always be more competition, man. Should always be more competition, just to give consumers that choice or that chance to be like, all right, this company's wild and I'm going to move my services elsewhere. Because like now it's like in the instance of Comcast, like there's not a ton of competition besides like
where we live.
Where we live in this region, it's not a ton, you know.
Yeah, it sucks. They basically have a monopoly here, so their word is law. So whatever they say we have to do. Like, there's literally nothing we can do about. We can't. I've literally tried to change. I was looking for DirecTV satellite. Like, you don't want a dish out here in the East Coast. You don't want a dish. I was just trying to get away from Comcast.
The
just trying to get out.
That a single cloud touches the sky, your satellite's useless.
That's it. Done. But I'm just trying to, like, Comcast is a prison. Like, yo, it's really bad. And they're just doing whatever they want. And it sucks. And there's nothing we can do about it. And it absolutely sucks. I got a text message on my phone today Good thing it's the end of the month. But I got a text message on my phone today that said I'm at 90% of my plan. Like, are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
It's an abolishment, man. Like,
yeah. And like this is the worst time to try and raise prices on your internet during this time. Like it's insane.
Yeah, when you said the state of the world, I'm like, yeah, let's talk about these thieves real quick and what they're doing. I am at 155% utilization.
Wow.
100 and wow, that is insane.
That's nutty.
That is insane.
That's all I'm saying. I'm done with this guy. But
But yeah,
thank you, Microsoft, for being sensible.
Yeah,
show
seriously.
other companies that it ain't all that serious to admit your mistakes.
Right. Just admit your mistake and fall back. Enjoy the millions and millions of dollars that you're receiving right now. And just enjoy that. Like maybe you can tweak your business plan as you go, do a small increase here and there, like Netflix. Because Netflix, even though they've had their increases, I'm not going to cancel my Netflix. I'd be lying if I said I was. So like, take it easy. Take it easy with these. Take it easy. And Comcast, you trash for that.
I'm curious to know that is it because Phil Spencer is head? Like because he's been the face of Xbox. He's been the most open I've ever seen with any other company.
So, in regards to that, I would agree with your statement. It could 100% be the CEO. When you said that, it reminded me of T-Mobile, like my cell company. In the past, they weren't exactly the greatest. You know, they were lower in customer satisfaction ratings, service, all that other stuff.
And then they brought that guy on.
And then the John Laguerre, when he got on, everything changed. They went from third place. They ended up buying the fourth place carrier, spreading out all these crazy initiatives and incentives and all that other stuff. And now they're a completely different company. Mm-hmm. Now he's bounced. There's a new CEO there. He's going to continue the trend based on what this one person did. Yeah. So Phil Spencer, it could be because of him.
Yeah,
he probably walked into the. He probably got the memo. Was like, "This what y'all rolling out? No. Stop this right now. Stop this right now."
He's for sure been the most transparent I've seen as a CEO, and like I don't know. I just feel like it was because of his. How do I say, like, his in touch with the community-ness? That's not even, you can't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the way
I know what you mean. Like, how in tune he is with the community.
How in tune he is, and how he's not just dollar bills, y'all, money. Like, let's also take care of the people that's actually giving us this money as well. Right. So, the fact that he's in tune with the people.
Negative in our chat. He said he's probably a gamer. If he's a gamer, he gets the gamer isms. Like, as a gamer, would I like this?
Yeah.
Nah, so we're not going to do this.
Like, I understand it is a business, but it's also a business that plays upon a lot of people's, nostalgia and hopes and dreams and things. And just like that whole aspect of fun. And when you have things like that, it creates all these little communities. And if those communities, like, it's not a product that anyone needs, right? This is all a luxury. Yeah. It's all something that, right. So I think he understands that concept. So he's like, you got to respect those groups that pay for the things that we make instead of just like, well, how can we make them pay more? It's like, no, how do we connect with them more so that like they just continue to buy more of our products versus just raising the price of our products?
Exactly.
He gets it.
Exactly.
He gets it anyway.
Makes sense.
He's very in tune. He's very in tune with the community, and I just appreciate it. I appreciate how transparent he is, and I'm very excited for the future of Xbox moving forward. Ever since the Series X, like ever since I got involved with them, they've just been doing well. It's like I have not a lot of bad to say about them anymore.
Yeah, it's been great. Yes. What's up?
Because we doing a whole lot of this is the company talk episode.
I know. A lot of companies doing a lot of cool things, a lot of interesting things. Big up on Microsoft for that. Just to almost make that blunder and catch themselves, like, and then apologize was just smart. It was just great. So what I have is Vicarious Visions. They have been merged into Blizzard now. Whoa. Who is Vicarious Visions first? Because I don't think a lot of people know. So Vicarious Visions is actually a studio based out of Albany, New York. So they're an American company. It's actually was started by two brothers in 1990, but they actually had a rise to fame with the handheld series. So they took the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series, and they put it on the Game Boy Advance and the Nintendo DS, and it blew up. I know you remember like how popular those ones were.
Yep.
They were responsible for that. And then they ended up doing a bunch of work on the first Crash Bandicoot games on GBA. And they also developed a ton of games for Xbox. So Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, like Doom 3. These guys, this is a big company.
They're the remake masters, right? Or the
well, yeah, because of what they did with the Tony Hawk series, they remade all of them for GBA.
They remade all of them.
Yeah, and then they did all the crazy work for Xbox. Like they had something to do with the Guitar Hero series being ported to the DS. They did Doom 3, Star Wars Jedi Knight, all for Xbox. Like these guys, like this company's a big deal. It's not just like some little company that's being merged into Blizzard. So that's who Vicarious Visions are and some of the games that they've done. What put them on the map, though, was a game that they made called Terminus. And yeah, I never even heard of it. And Terminus it's a space flight role playing action video game, and it won all these awards back in like '99. It was like a Game Boy Color game that won all these awards, and that's what put them on the map. So you fast forward to now, these guys, as we all know, the most recent thing that I've played by them, that we've played, is the Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, not to speak for you guys, but it was brilliant. Like it was a great game.
Good. Yeah.
Like they literally brought over a game from the 90s and made it look like it belonged right now. Like it belonged up there with all the other games that are being released with all these modern graphics and all these things.
And it played the way we remembered it.
And with most of the music.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they like time ported a game into now and made it look like it belonged.
It made it. I always make this because trademark that word. You know how you when you think about a game from your childhood, you're like, yeah, that game was dope. But then you go and play it, it's like, wait, the buttons were like this, the graphics look like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they made this game how I remembered it. So like it plays today how I remember it playing back then. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They time ported it.
Exactly. Exactly.
They time ported it.
Yeah. So, as reported by GamesIndustry.biz, the Vicarious Visions team of about 200 people will now be officially employees of Blizzard and are fully dedicated to existing Blizzard games and initiatives. Now, this is where I have the beef, right?
It's beef.
This is where I have the beef. So this company has been helping Xbox and helping all these companies with all these cool games outside of mobile games, right? Like they've helped with the Tony Hawk series. They've done some really cool things, like they did Doom 3. And it's to our understanding that they're switching them all over to be specifically on Blizzard duties. So what happens to all the cool things that Vicarious Visions has been working on or has been doing or has been interested in doing? Like what happens to all that creativity? Like, where does that go?
Shelved.
Gone.
Wait, just because it's Blizzard, you think they can't do what they do anymore?
Well,
no, it's probably
what
like
they're telling us is that the whole Vicarious Visions team will now be fully dedicated to existing Blizzard games and initiatives.
Oh,
so that's all things Blizzard. Oh, so basically, they're like, whatever you was doing is cute. We like you for doing that, so we want you, but now you're going to do the stuff that we want you to do.
Oh no!
That's what it sounds like to me, dude. And it's like
it sounds like, and it doesn't sound like it's on a time basis either. It's like from here on.
Yeah, so that's my thing.
That's
That's
tough.
that's what I'm taking out of this. It's like it's super dope that this company, like they came up and they made it. They're all the way in. They've been responsible for so many dope games behind the scenes. And now they're being brought into Blizzard. Like Blizzard has all this acclaim, all this money. And just to get whatever passions or whatever that they were working on for themselves is just gone now. Like it's just like, all right, well, that's cool, but you got to do Blizzard stuff now. It's like, that's dope. Don't get me wrong, I like Blizzard stuff, but when do I get to work on Vicarious Vision stuff?
Vicarious, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of just taken away from them. That's taken away from their capabilities. You're basically just taking a very creative team and stuffing them inside of a box. You're putting them. They're trying to be outside. They're out here working on great games, and then you're putting in the box and saying, "Oh, that's a great idea, but it doesn't fit with this." So you're just gonna have to stick with ideas that work with this theme.
Shelf.
Yeah, work with this theme.
We like your technical ability. We don't care about your creativity. Just do our stuff.
Yeah,
your creativity isn't. Actually, you know what? That's a great idea. We'll give that to this team, but you keep on working on this over here.
Oh, that's crazy. Imagine if they did that.
Oh man, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Now, is this a total takeover or whatever? They haven't said it. It only says merge. They haven't said if this is like a total takeover to where they could do that, where they could own their assets and just have another division create someone else's idea. Oh, that would be crazy.
From what I've seen, mergers typically turn from acquisitions to assimilation. So that Vicarious, like in a year or two, or probably 3, they're just going to be Blizzard employees. No evidence of Vicarious.
So that's what it says on the website, is that they are officially Blizzard employees. That's exactly what it said.
Yeah, there's still that carryover period where they got to, unless that was part of the agreement, they just cut it right then and there on acquisition. But typically it takes a couple years to melt everything over.
Yeah.
So that they're,
and it's not like this is like a new relationship. These guys have been working together on things for a while. So it also goes on to say that after collaborating with Vicarious Visions for some time and developing a great relationship, Blizzard realized that there was an opportunity for Vicarious Visions to provide long-term support. So, I mean, long-term support is very different than just we bought you, bro. You
support to me. So also it's the difference between partnership and working for, you know what I'm saying?
Partnership and acquisition.
Yeah. So I'm one and they said the support. So it's it sounds to me like they're gonna still be able to do their thing, but support them whenever they need help on whatever Blizzard, whatever.
Yes, that's what I wanted to believe, but just based on that the Vicarious Visions team of 200 people will now be employees of Blizzard and are, quote, fully dedicated to existing Blizzard games and initiatives. So not just the games that they're working on, but big ideas that they have going forward. It's you're doing this now. This is what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's tough. That sucks, dude. I don't know. It would really suck for them to. Well, honestly,
it kind of seems that they kind of muscled them in. Yo, we like what you're doing. Yo, we like all your stuff. Yeah, you're working on our stuff now.
That's the thing, though. Is it?
I don't know.
Is it bad? Because it seems like that's what Vicarious might have wanted. They clearly had talks with them. You never know. Some companies do like to just become companies to get bought by a big company. Sometimes you just do that.
It's a bigger check. That's more opportunity.
Also, aren't they famous for working on a
on other people's games? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it kind of seems like this is their specialty anyway.
Yeah, so it's just you just work on our stuff. You can't work with anyone else now. So Tony Hawk is an Activision thing, so they can probably work that out. But whatever else you wanted to do, all that Doom stuff, all that's dead. You just do what we do.
Matter of fact, go in that corner and remake, Diablo 1. Because I want to look like Diablo 1 and be pretty like
that's
PS5.
Another thing that's out there is that they're gonna have them. I mean, this is kind of speculation because they didn't really say this themselves, but that because they're so good at porting things onto the GBA and mobile devices that they want them to work on Diablo Immortal as well. That's
What's
like another
Diablo
reason why they want to bring them on. So that's the full flagship Diablo game, allegedly, that's going to be on mobile.
I see.
And everybody was up in a tiffy about because they thought it was D4.
Yeah. I think I remember that actually. Yeah.
Yeah. But this team has just worked on so many different cool things like Crash Bandicoot and Tony Hawk. Like they've done all these cool things, and now it's just like you only do Blizzard stuff now. But maybe
that's what they want to be. Most recent Crash Bandicoot remake that's on PlayStation.
Yeah, that was them.
Oh yeah, burn them down. That game's too hard. No.
Oh my god!
No. I remember.
No.
You want to burn them down because you was having such a good time.
No. Burn
too hard.
That game is too. I had 17 lives. Ask me how many I got now.
2.
None. Burnt them. That game is too hard.
Wait a minute.
Why would you do that? It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that back in it. It was easier. It wasn't that hard.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, no. Yes, it was. Yes,
I know it was hard.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. I own that. I haven't played it. I haven't. Like I downloaded it from the PlayStation 5 Plus collection. I downloaded it from there. I will play it and we will verify, but I don't know.
I just want to make sure correctly that you want to burn down the former studio because their game's too good.
I did not know that a platformer game would give me Call of Duty rage. Like I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. I get infuriated. Like you about to just land on a pad, you're there, and all you gotta do is just bounce to the next one. As soon as you land on the pad, a fire comes up, there goes a life. Like, bro, is you serious? Is you serious?
It gets you. It gets you, bro.
Yeah, no, that game gets to me. They just need to work on Blizzard games. Like, just work on Diablo or something. Just go work on what's the name of that hero shooter y'all like? Go work on that game. Just go work on Overwatch. Yeah. Go play that because no, that game's too hard.
Well, now you say that they might end up working on OW2.
Good. Yep. We need that. So
yeah, the Vicarious Visions merger with Blizzard is complete. They just received 200 pretty cool employees, and they're making them do only Blizzard stuff. So take that however you take that.
I guess, yeah, it's interesting.
I appreciate that, Crystal, with the raid. Thank you very much. It's all love. Thank you
for coming through.
Yeah, so I mean that's very interesting. Hopefully they don't just put them in a box. Hopefully it's something. Hopefully it's not exactly how it sounds.
It's kind of like a couple things. So I mean, we won't know until either an announcement comes out or a game comes out, or if some disgruntled developer goes on a forum somewhere is like, yo, Blizzard bought us, I'm not feeling this. And then they just spill the tea, as they say.
You mean like how they did with Cyberpunk, how they just go and start talking in news articles and stuff like that?
Yeah.
We won't know until then.
You know what? Honestly, though, dude, I wish more devs would talk to news articles. Like, I wish we got more insight. Huh?
It's crazy how that came out.
You
like
said they
that.
can't do that?
I'm pretty sure they've signed NDAs in development.
So, what? So you don't think Cyberpunk signed NDAs?
Well, it was already out, and then it was like, I'm talking about like, okay, y'all just got bought. This is what's going on right now. Before they even release anything, they come out and talk and be like, oh, this is what's going on in here. All that Cyberpunk stuff, that happened after the fact.
Right. No. I mean, still, I'm just saying in general, I would like to see more devs because Cyberpunk had current devs and previous devs talking about the process behind making Cyberpunk after it had come out, like after the whole debacle happened. That's when the devs started talking and writing these articles and things like that. So I want to see more devs, whether the game got good reviews or bad reviews. Like I want to see more devs have articles and talk with people, and give us some more inside. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I could see that because that's one thing that we as gamers typically lack is the inside knowledge because we can say everything we want. Like, They could have did this, they could have did that, but maybe they couldn't have. Maybe they weren't allowed. Like, we won't know.
Yeah, I mean, and even if they do, we still won't know, but at least it's something, you know? It's like, you know, you watch a ton of like you guys know, I always bring sports into it in some way. It's like I watch a ton of sports and there's always an assistant coach or an analyst or the GM might come out and say something just to give us an insight about what the team is thinking about this thing or offense or anything, just to give us an inkling of what's going on, because there's always so many questions that come up with all these different deals and all these things that are happening behind the scenes. Like, it's nice that we had like a dev come out and say something like, yo, this is actually getting crazy in here. Like, to give us an insight.
Exactly.
It was like that was really cool.
And also, I mean, this isn't a dev, but my guy, Phil Spencer, he, like I said, he's been the most transparent I've ever seen anyone as far as like CEOs go. And he went and literally told everybody, and he literally told everybody like the behind the scenes of the Game Pass and how they got the whole Game Pass setup going on, how they pay people, when they pay people, how they get money, like everything. He gave like numbers and all of, like, Phil Spencer was super super into it. You know what I mean? Like, transparent.
Super transparent about everything, the whole process.
We need more stuff like that. I just feel like we need more stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like we said earlier, like Phil Spencer's been very in tune with the gaming community and understanding what we like and the way to deliver us content.
Yeah.
And I think he gets it. And his company, almost like the division that he runs, Xbox, almost made a huge folly, and they got it together. I don't know who noticed it. I don't know, but it got shut down and he issued an apology. So that was a huge deal for them to make sure that they maintain this level of connection and success that they have with the community, because they're crushing it right now. Don't blow it. You're
saying too much. You're saying too much. They just want to make sure that their approval rating is above 90. That's all.
Hey, I mean, don't blow it.
But why would you make it dip? Like, I mean, so like it was good.
You never know. Like, you got to put it out there and be like, yo, we want to get a little more money. Yo, how these numbers sound? Nah. All right, never mind. We even mentioned that. Here, have some free to play on top of that.
They're secretly going to double it by the amount of people that they have on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass is going to give them the money. They just want to do away with gold to get people on Game Pass.
I know that for sure. Definitely. They're like they're so over gold. They're just like, yo, how do we get rid of this service?
It's old news, like, because they did it first and Sony didn't believe in it, and then they realized it was working, so Sony made theirs. Now Microsoft has already moved on.
You're not wrong, but I just want to fix what you said a little bit, because you said Sony didn't believe in it. It's not even that they thought it was a detriment to their company. Sony said, and I'm like paraphrasing a little bit here, but Sony said on streaming games online will hurt their business in the future.
Yeah.
What?
Crazy.
Meanwhile, Microsoft is over here like, run it. Now, if you guys can literally go Google the numbers right now. Microsoft has somewhere upwards of like 15, 20 million Game Pass subscribers to their Game Pass, while PlayStation, who has PS Now been out longer than Game Pass? I feel like it has, but I don't know.
Game Pass? I don't know.
Game Pass? No.
Okay, but
possibly around the same time.
It has, but I don't know.
Over the internet, yo, Keith, I'll let you know.
In any case, Game Pass has somewhere around 15 million, upwards of 20 million subscribers. Sony has like 2 million, 1 to 2 million.
They celebrated their 2.2.
They celebrated 2.2 million subscribers. So
like, I mean, good on. Yeah, I mean, that service is whack, so it's fine.
It's insane. Yeah, no, PlayStation Now sucks. I mean, it's funny that Game Pass has a better service and more subscribers, and they're saying, "Yo, let's do more of this." And PS Now is like trash. It's trash, bro. It's trash compared to Game Pass. It's trash. It's trash compared to Game Pass. And
really trash. It's really bad. The catalog's weak. It's weak, bro. It's weak.
Oh my! I can go on. I can go on forever about this. Like, it's crazy to me because, again, this is my very first time ever owning my own personal. Because my younger brother has always had. He's had Xbox and Xbox 360. So I've got some experience with Xbox, but this is my very first time owning it myself. And to see how I can literally say, oh, I want to play this game. And I just go on and they kind of combine Game Pass with their Microsoft Store. So like if you search it, it'll tell you whether you can just get it for free because you have Game Pass, or if you have to purchase it, like it'll come up in the same bar. It'll let you know. So the fact that I can just type in a game and say, oh, from their entire catalog, from Xbox original to Xbox Series X, I can type in a game and play it on my console. Whereas PlayStation, the PS Now or PlayStation Plus, whatever, they're too separate. So like you have to, they're too separate. And then so I type it in, and it's potentially not even there. It's like, oh, do they have this? I wonder. Not to mention, the PlayStation Plus is locked, depending on what console you have. So like, PlayStation 5 only has PlayStation 4 and 5 games. Yep. PlayStation 4 has what? Is it PlayStation 4 and 3?
So the PlayStation 4 and 5, they both share the exact same store.
PlayStation 4 and 5 share the same store. So they only so both consoles only have 4 and 5?
Right. Yep. That's it. That's it. God. And the PS3, as you know, obviously has the PlayStation and the PS Vita store. It doesn't have It doesn't have the PS4 or PS2 or PS1. They blew it with that. We know that. I
just want to let you guys know because I've had Xbox since it came out in November or whatever. Yeah. As an Xbox owner, I just feel I feel duped as a Sony enthusiast. I feel like I've been played for a very long time, but it's like Sony is still in like Sony's UI is beautiful. Like at first I was not feeling it. It was very convoluted, but like just the way the game opens up, it's got that do. It's got the it's beautiful. It's very nice to look at. You know what I'm saying? And the whole screen share and everything like that. I just feel duped as a Sony lover, man. I feel duped. And I just feel, I'm like looking at Sony like, look at what they're doing. Why can't you treat me like that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He brought her flowers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it definitely feels that way. And like there's people screaming that because they don't have the money, unless like that's fine. But you have a fan base that's unlike any other, and you know when you have a strong fan base, it's how you treat that fan base, is how you accrue more dollars, is more people who want to spend money on your stuff. When you don't treat your consumers with the love and care that you should, they're not going to spend the money that they should.
They didn't have the right mindset going in from day one. You can go Google it. One of the reps, one of the big guys said that streaming games will be a detriment to their company. That was they went in with the wrong foot forward. The wrong mindset was bad from the start. And this is why they're playing from behind. This is why they are playing from behind.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. But that's my spiel, man. I'm sorry. I get worked up over it sometimes.
It's 100% true.
You know what? You know what it tell me that they care when they care. This is how I know they care. If on the PS5 Pro or the PS5 Plus X, whatever they plan on calling it, if their next their next version of the powered console, if that doesn't have what is it called? Quick resume. If that doesn't have quick resume, I'm not hearing you, Sony. I'm not hearing you. Because before I said why didn't you guys compete with or copy quick resume, and then somebody brought it to my attention, how do you copy something that is not out yet? That is a perfectly fair counter argument. But now it's out. Now you know what you must do. And if you do not do what you must do, I'm going to take it as an insult. I'm going to take it as you don't care about me. So you got until the PS5 Pro S Plus X, whatever you calling it, to come out with quick resume competition, or I'm not hearing you.
Both of you guys come up with, and if it doesn't have the features it's supposed to have, dumpster.
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you, Sony. I'm not. I love you to death. Been with you since PSX. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not hearing you.
It's true. Wow.
So quick resume. Can I get that PS5 though?
No. This is staying with me. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna give it mine, but there's no shot that I'm getting that other one.
It's staying with me. Yeah.
No shot.
Y'all need to compete with Quick Resume, man.
It's how I felt about the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm like, it's not enhanced enough to validate a purchase for me. It just wasn't. It was
I say you buy those consoles if you don't already have the original. Otherwise, like why?
If you don't already have one, they're not powerful enough or that advanced in technology for me to purchase.
You can't. It's not like you can play games that the other one that the original couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like like, what's the point? If you don't already have one, then it makes sense. But if you do, then what's the point?
Yeah. I guess. Well, speaking of people and companies who have lots of money, Reese, take it away.
Speaking of companies that have the most money, Friday, this particular company decided to place their stake in yet another company. That parent company being Tencent. If you've listened to us in the past, you've heard me touch on Tencent previously on a number of its interactions with other gaming companies that interact with us. Tencent, a multinational technology conglomerate holding company. That means they're a giant company that hosts other companies. Founded in 1998. They are currently the world's largest video game vendors, as one of the most financially valuable companies.
Wow, really?
Video games, social networking, music, web portals, e-commerce, mobile games, internet service, payment systems, smartphones, and like I said, multiplayer online games. There was a lot to look in regards to this because they just keep going. Like last year, they funded 170 different companies out of the 800 in its portfolio.
Wow.
So that should give you an idea of how
800
astronomically large this company is. If you were to evaluate them in US dollars in 2018, they were $500 billion.
Wow.
Excuse me? In 2018? So 2 years ago?
So
what are they worth? Oh my gosh.
So if you want to get technical, 3 years ago, but yes.
Well, I don't care.
Years ago, they were $500 billion. And there are articles that I was looking at as I was reviewing these guys saying that they are on their way to $1 trillion this year.
Wow. Imagine if you bought some of that stock. But you can't, right? Because
you probably can't because they're based in China and
it's and this is after them spending all because they've been on a spending spree and they're worth this after spending.
So,
which I mean goes to show that their investment, they're getting their return on their investments, but
they're just buying everything. So you're bound to get something if you're just buying everything.
Yeah, when you own everything, you got to make money from it.
You gotta make money from a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
It's just overwhelmingly powerful with Brett just buying all the companies.
Positive money. So I'm gonna split this into 2 parts. So there was the base story, which was Tencent's buying a majority stake in the Don't Starve developer Clay Entertainment. And then as I was looking at them, I'm like, hold on, this headline looks familiar. Tencent buys, Tencent putting majority in, Tencent this, Tencent that. So you're like, you know what? Let me look into this. So like I said, they put a majority stake in Don't Starve, the Don't Starve creator Clay Entertainment. So I went on their forum board and I was curious as to how exactly the owner, Jamie Cheng, and other members of that forum board would react to this company purchasing them. So, quote from the studio founder, I want to take a moment to announce that we agreed to deal for Tencent to purchase a majority stake in Clay. As part of the agreement, Clay retains full autonomy of creative and operations across all aspects of the studio, including projects, talents, etc.
You heard that, Blizzard?
They retain their autonomy and IP, all that other stuff. This isn't Clay's first interaction with Tencent. In 2016, Tencent actually helped Clay distribute their games in China with Don't Starve Together, which was the kind of remake of Don't Starve because they introduced multiplayer and all that stuff. So Tencent helped them spread that on China. Because like I said in an earlier episode of ours, it was really hard to get your video games in China because of the ban that was going on then.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you're gonna hop on with a Chinese company to help spread your game in their way. They looked at a number of different companies, publishers, and all other stuff. And based on the experience that these guys have had with Tencent, it was like, okay, it would make sense to go with these guys. They know how we work. We know how they work. They kind of have the framework in place. So just like, they were always willing to work with us and all this other stuff. And them getting purchased and keeping their IP and autonomy kind of proves that. So like I said, January of this year, almost 100 of their companies had gone public. And out of that 800 companies in their portfolio, 160 of them are above $100 million in valuation.
Bro.
Tencent
God.
With their money.
And it's crazy because, like, yo, unlike Blizzard, like, yo, we're going to buy you and you got to do all our stuff. They're like, yo, we're going to buy you, do what you do. We're going to buy you, do your thing. We're going to buy you.
Because all they're doing is just buying passive income. It's like you keep everything, you just give us a monthly stipend. You just give us monthly payments. That's it.
And we'll make sure that you're fully funded, so you get ads, you get money, you can pay your employees, boom, 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 and we just make a return on investment.
Keep it coming in, keep it coming in, keep it coming in. It's insane.
And if it doesn't do well, we'll just sell you on the back end. Keep
that in mind. Now you know why they are ever so close to this US $1 trillion valuation.
Insane.
Wow.
So
they're doing it, huh?
I looked a little further into that article because I was more invested in the banking side rather than the gaming side.
Mm-hmm.
And based on these numbers, there are reports. Keep in mind, these are reports, rumors, nothing solid just yet. But they believe that they're going to try to do hostile takeovers. So what a hostile company takeover is, they purchase more than 51% of the shares available in the company. That way, they are the parent company. Hostile manner, forcibly buying your stock. You don't really have a choice in the matter.
Nah, hold that.
The two companies that analysts believe that Tencent are targeting next are that of Take-Two.
Whoa.
It's Rockstar.
And who?
Yeah, that's Rockstar and
that's Rockstar parent.
Oh yeah.
That's a big deal.
Electronic Arts.
EA.
Mm-hmm.
You think Tencent's gonna buy EA?
Not buy, but like hostile takeover. Quote.
Oh, takeover. Okay, takeover. Wow. Even still, though, I mean,
it's believed that this is in their range. Something that they could possibly do.
Tencent is kind of. They're kind of too big. They're kind of massive.
Too powerful now.
When do you become a monopoly? Like when is it too? When do you have to stop? When do you have to like venture into another field? Because I feel like they just have too much.
Mm-hmm. The idea of like monopolies and things like that probably don't. It's probably not as much of a stigma as it would be over here. Whereas we have our mergers, like I mentioned earlier, the T-Mobile Sprint merger. Everybody was up in arms about that because now we're going to go from 4 cell providers just to 3. There's less competition and everything that comes along with that. The regulations, they're going to get too big, things like that. That doesn't really happen over there because you have Alibaba, which is another one of their giant corporate. They're already in trillions. So you have 2 $1 trillion companies over there. I don't think monopoly's too high on their list of worries.
Well, I mean, it's probably one of those things that's like they own companies all over the place, all over the world. So everywhere, it's not like
it would be a hassle.
It's usually considered like in one geological location, no? Or can you have a monopoly over the internet?
I was thinking a monopoly over the industry. I don't know if that's possible, but
I don't know if that's a thing. It's crazy.
Oof.
They currently are the biggest name in video games right now.
Which is crazy because I bet you a bunch of people don't even know what that is. Like they don't know what that is. They have no idea.
Who?
The second half of my segment is going to blow your mind, by the way. But he was saying,
a bunch of people don't know what? I didn't hear you.
Tencent is.
Oh, who Tencent is? Yeah.
Even though they are the biggest name, like I said, not a lot of people are going to know them.
Yeah.
So there was that. I read through the forum on Clay's website, and there was a mixture of, oh, you're getting bought by Tencent. This company's going to go down the drain. Oh, press F to pay respects. Call of Duty reference. I can't wait to live. It was a myriad of reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I went and went a little further to see who else has Tencent interacted with. And this isn't over any span of time. I just chose the biggest ones that I noticed. So, and because these are business transactions, some of these deals, they don't have all the full information, like how much was paid, how many stocks, and things like that. So I would say these ones are undisclosed because we don't have the full details. So Platinum Games, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of Platinum Games.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of 2020, last year, Tencent had invested a quote undisclosed amount into Platinum Games. The terms of the deal weren't specified.
Gangster. Yo, Tencent's gangster, dude.
You're gonna notice this a lot too. We maintained our autonomy. I think 95% of these purchases, these companies maintain their autonomy.
It's just investments. They just want investments. Yeah. They don't want no issues. They don't want to deal with it. They just want
got the money.
Residuals. Yeah, they just want the money.
In February of last year, they invested in a company called Jaeger, which is the developer of Spec Ops: The Line. You've heard that game before. It's some recent but less notable free-to-play games. Similar to Platinum, because Tencent has invested in them, they now have this influx of cash and their independence. So now they have this new money and they could just keep making games as they so please. Discord received $158 million in funding last year, including an undisclosed amount from Tencent.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yo, Tencent, they have their fingers in everything, dude.
Everything. Like, not.
You guys don't know who Tencent is, go find out.
Yeah, why have just the video games? Why not have the medium where video gamers flock to?
Right.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, this isn't an exhaustive list by any means. Like, there's even more out there that you could discover for yourself to see where they've invested. But these are the more important ones. So
right.
There's a company called Shark Mob. This is a new studio which is comprised of developers from the old Division game and Hitman. So they came together and they made a studio in early 2019. Tencent already bought them, 100% stake. They don't even have a game out yet.
Wow, dude. Yo, Tencent's different, dude.
They don't have a game out yet. We're like, yo, we like what you do. We see what you do. Yo, come over here. So they have 100% ownership of them. Riot Games, 100% ownership.
Own Riot Games. That's League of Legends and Valorant.
Got you.
So in 2011,
Ruined King. Wow, I didn't know that. It was crazy.
In 2011, so this is 10 years ago, Tencent went from being their publishing partner in China to their majority stakeholder, 93% for $400 million.
Wow.
And then 4 years later, they're like, you know what? Run that last 7%. Undisclosed amount, obviously. But now they have 100% ownership of Riot Games.
Wow.
Taking full control over Riot Games, just as League of Legends was exploding as an esport around the world.
Of course.
League of Legends is the most popular PC game in the world, pulling in an estimated $1.5 billion last year.
And that's theirs. They got. You said that you said Tencent has 100% stake in them, right? And Riot.
Riot is Tencent. Yeah.
Genius.
Supercell, 84.3% ownership. So this is a Finnish mobile developer, and this was one of the biggest purchases in video game history. Like I said, $8.5 billion. So Supercell, they made Clash of Clans. These are mobile games. Clash of Clans, Boom Beach, Clash Royale. You know Clash Royale.
Yep.
So yeah, they own almost 85% of them. Another company, Grinding Gear Games. You'd be forgiven if you hadn't heard of these guys. They are the developers of Path of Exile and the.
I've seen that game
too.
They seen it. I thought you played it. You didn't play Path of Exile.
I don't think I played that one. Path of Exile.
Me and my younger brother played it. Apparently, I was told by Silva in the Discord that it's apparently number 3 in Steam right now. Like, people actually love that game.
People are back on it.
Yeah,
dude. Sometimes that happens with these games. Like, they get really hot later in their lifespan.
I played it. Yeah, I played it for a short stint. Yeah, it was all right. It was fine.
Guess who's raking in all those residual dollars?
Tencent.
Tencent.
Bro, it's crazy.
Tencent. Yo, that's a testament, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't own Trigger Talk TV at some point. I feel like when
dude, you have to spend money to make money. Like you dig deep, you throw out what you can, and you can double it, triple it, quadruple it. Like you spend money to make money, man. And like, dude,
and now you just have so much business actively going on that now your company is worth so much more money.
Yeah.
So now you can get bigger credit lines, bigger credit, bigger loans. It's insane.
And the money that you made from like, so okay, let's just take a number, right? You take $100, you invest that $100, and you make $500 because it just went crazy. So now you take that $500 and you invest in something else. And now you make $1,000 because it just doubled, but it's $1,000 coming off an original $100. So now you take $800, you pocket $200. Now you take $800 and you go invest in something else.
Again,
dude. It's my gosh!
It sounds like Tencent. Like I love it. It sounds like their ownership, like they just had a bunch of money. And like they was all right, let's do this thing.
Yeah. Yo, our bank account is. You want to just go buy some stuff? Yeah, let's go buy some stuff.
Literally, like why are we making games? Like, let's not. We're businessmen now.
Yeah.
Let's just do this.
We're done.
We know if it's hot when we see it, right? When we see it, oh, that's hot. Pay for it. And if you see it like we don't like that, keep it moving. That's Tencent.
This looks like it may or may not be on the come up. Let's just buy this. Let's buy it right now because let's just get in while the price is low.
Yeah, dude. Like that's Tencent 100%.
So in 2018,
all my business meeting conversations are two chill dudes. Every time I have like a reenactment of a business meeting, it's two chill dudes. Like when Fortnite, like when Epic bought the mall, I was like, yo, dude, you wanna buy a mall, dude? Yeah, bro, let's just go buy a mall, bro.
Right, it's always like that.
In my head, that's all business meeting. It's just two chill dudes. Like, yo, we have a lot of money. Let's just go buy some companies. Yeah, dude, forget it. Let's just go do it.
Let's just go do it. Nutty. It's crazy.
Okay, can I talk now?
Oh, go for it. I'm sorry. But I wanted to say, no, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
2018, they got Grinding Gear Games again, Path of Exile developer. So looking on these forums, this purchase actually quote alarmed the Path of Exile players, who feared that the Chinese publisher would start implementing more aggressive microtransactions or make adjustments to the already delicate in-game economy. But like many of Tencent's acquisitions, Grinding Gears kept its independence, and with the additional influx of cash, was able to improve on Path of Exile even more.
Oh, nice. I wish Amazon did that.
It's like, we own you. Here's some passive income. Yo, let's see the game. Go make the game that you want to make. Go make it. Because if it does hot, we eat.
Right? If you do good, we do good. So we need you to go
fan of Tencent, bro. They are just going crazy.
Oh, you're gonna like this one next.
Like yeah. Go ahead.
They own a 40% stake in Epic Games.
Oh, y'all need to slow down now. Hold on now.
And they just bought a mall.
Yeah, they just bought a mall.
So Tencent just bought a mall.
And they're working on buying like a town or a town plaza area or something.
No, well, yeah,
that's
all part of. They already bought that. They bought that.
Oh, they already bought that.
Yeah, that was the mall. The whole, I forget the name of the town, but it's like the city center that had the mall.
It's called Epic Town at this point.
And 40% of Epic is huge.
Yeah.
So basically,
40%.
They spent money.
So basically, they own 40% of pretty much 50% of the games that you've played, because like they've either had rad tools or an Epic engine or something of that nature.
Unreal Engine. UE5 is about to come out at the end of this year.
Like, even if your game was created with Unity, there was probably some rad tools to be used. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
40%. They need to slow down. 40%. Y'all need to calm down.
Way back.
Falling.
Y'all need to calm down.
It's almost been 10 years since they've had this 40% stake. $330 million, by the way.
And that's when Epic started turning it up, right?
Wait a minute. Time out. They bought 40% for $330 million 10 years ago.
Almost 10, yeah.
Oh my! This is before Fortnite, dude. This is before. Oh my gosh!
Seeing that the quote old model of selling games wasn't working, which was you going out of your way to go to the brick and mortar to actually physically get the game, Epic's founder Tom Sweeney decided to join forces with Tencent to better learn about operating live service games.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what happened.
Now we have concerts in Fortnite.
Right. And now we have concerts in Fortnite and everyone's buying skins in every game that's out right now.
Yeah.
When Tencent infused them with that cash, Epic said, we're scrapping our Unreal 4 monthly subscription.
Yeah, right away.
They started giving UE4 away for free. And Epic take the royalties from the sales from the UE4 engine.
They paid Epic Games, taught them the game, taught them the strat. Yo, look, bro, don't make them buy it to do it. Just let them do it. And then you make the money on the back end.
Yeah.
Just let them make it.
They do it. Exactly. They taught them game. They taught them game.
They literally was like, here's 330 million because now because now we own you. And now, like, yo, teach them game and have them do the same thing. And now they make money off all these games now because Unreal Engine is out there. Anyone can if you made a game tomorrow afternoon with Unreal Engine 4, they would get royalties on the back for everyone that buys it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tencent owns like all of gaming right now. It's insane.
Also, Tencent is very clearly business geniuses.
Geniuses.
Wow.
So at that same time, that's when Paragon, rest in peace, and Fortnite Save the World came out. Now, those games were both regarded as failures. Nobody plays Save the World, and Paragon is no more.
There's no more.
However, it put Epic in that spot to jump on the Battle Royale wagon. Save the World, we've spent all these things, but now let's turn it into this. Turn it into Fortnite. $2.4 billion that year.
The year they came out with Fortnite?
The year that the year that Fortnite had transformed into what it is now. But this is still a result of Tencent like, yo, have this money, try this schema out.
Because they taught them game.
Showed them the way. They've been doing this since League of Legends, bro. They showed them how to do it.
So basically, Tencent didn't give them the fish. They gave them the rod and taught them how to do it themselves.
Exactly. They taught them how to do it.
They gave them the rod and said, yo, you wait by the water.
Yo, this is how you use this.
Yes.
They're like, look, everybody's doing this, right? Like, right, you got to go buy the game, then you got to go pay for the DLC, then you got to go. He's like, no. Give them the game. Give them the game. Let them fall in love with the characters, and then let them buy everything that you make. All the little assets that you make, let them buy it.
Let them have it.
Literally, that's what they did, bro. So smart.
Genius.
So smart.
Business genius.
You download League of Legends for free, and you can play it right now. Right now,
I'm trying to buy their book.
Trying to buy their book, right?
I'm trying to get their book. How do I get the lore?
So that way, the developers are happy because they're getting paid money for each individual little asset pack that they make. You know, it's like, yo, I know I'm getting paid for this pack. You know.
And also, I mean, they're getting to use a very powerful program for free. So
crazy, smart.
UE5 might be free too because of Tencent. Good looks, Tencent.
Yo, Tencent.
I mean, UE4 was free, right?
They're not switching back. They're not changing the way they do. No.
They're not doing it.
UE5 is going to come out nice and fresh, and it's going to be like, yo, everyone can upgrade.
Yeah,
that's it. And if they charge $5 more, no one's going to be mad.
Nope.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. A beautiful thing.
Is that a Fat Shark? Again, you'd be forgiven if you don't know who they are. They are developers of the game Escape Dead Island and the Warhammer Vermintide series.
Got you.
They own 36% of Fat Shark, which they paid $56 million for in 2019. In a earlier segment of ours, we that Fat Shark actually wants to get into the AAA scene with their Warhammer games. So this is, again, just more money coming in from Fat Shark to Tencent, so on and so forth.
Got you. So now Fat Shark wants to step it up and release something big time. Gotcha.
Funcom, 29%. These are, a lot of these are kind of lower names. Conan Exiles, remember that game?
I do remember that game.
Funcom made them. They currently at 29% with Tencent announcing plans to acquire them entirely. So that's gonna be 100% soon.
Crazy.
Kakao is South Korean internet and entertainment company whose games subsidiary, so they're kind of like a Sony in South Korea,
right?
Responsible for the mega hit Black Desert Online, which
Ooh.
surpassed 1 billion in gross sales last year. And they also published PUBG in South Korea.
That's probably why that new Black. What's that new Black Desert called? What's it called?
That Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert. That's probably why that game looked like that, because they got some funding and it was like, oh yeah, it's time to turn it up a little bit.
Yo, Tencent's like, yo, got this money, brother. I was like, say less. You know we're gonna make something crazy.
We don't. Well, you don't want to like take turns no more. Bet. Got you. Full movement. Do it. Got you.
Do it. So yeah, they
right.
own 13.5% of
we got you.
Bluehole. You've seen this before. You probably don't remember them. They do PUBG here. So yes, Tencent has a piece of both Fortnite and PUBG, the two dominant BRs currently.
Right.
What's amusing about that is that Tencent has the right to publish those games in China. So technically speaking, they're in competition with themselves.
Right. So and that's not being in competition. That's just called eating. Like you're just winning. You're just winning.
So yeah, they start out with 1.5% in 2017, undisclosed dollar amount. They recently upped that by another 10%, again, undisclosed dollar amount. But as of 2017, it was rumored that they plan to take Bluehole whole. So they want 100%.
So now it's just crazy. The two publishing companies that are okay with putting those games out are owned by one company.
Battling themselves, paying them. It's crazy.
It's not even. They just own it all. So basically, no matter where you get Fortnite, Tencent sees the dollar.
Tencent seeing the dollar.
No matter where you are on the globe, and when you buy anything in that game, or you
Tencent
watch an ad in that game, Tencent get a cut.
Yep.
Period.
Frontier Development, they have 9% of them. They are the creators of the Elite Dangerous, Planet Zoo, and Roller Coaster Tycoon series. If you haven't played any of those.
That Roller Coaster Tycoon series.
Whatever happened to that series? It was more than just roller coasters, right? Or was it only roller coasters?
There was like 10 Roller Coaster Tycoon games.
Yeah, there was mad games. I think I played like
Tycoon series. That's what it is.
Tycoon, right? And they also had ones where they were the same makers of. You could just like make cities, right? Like sometimes you could just. It was kind of like
Sims,
like Sim City. You mean
like Sims, but it wasn't. But was it?
No, not the Sims with the people, but the Sim City where you actually build the city.
Oh, well, you build the city. Oh, so that's different. That's separate from the Tycoon thing. That wasn't. Oh, okay.
City.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the same company though.
No, I got it confused. I thought Tycoon, the Roller Coaster Tycoon, was the ones that made the city.
Oh, gotcha.
No. They probably had like their own one, but I said they probably have their own ones, but not. They didn't do like Sim City, like the known.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying Sim City specifically, but I just thought they made a city building game. That's basically what it was.
Gotcha. So last three, promise, and these ones you are gonna know. Paradox Interactive. I know you've seen this before. They only have a 5% ownership with them, and this was as of 2016. And it's actually kind of a funny story. Part of this was motivated because Stephen Ma, who is the head of publishing at Tencent, he's actually a fan of one of their games, Hearts of Iron 2. You probably haven't heard of that game, but Paradox has been around for a while. So they made the Age of Wonder series. Let's see, Cities in Motion, City Skylines, Crusader Kings. Let me see if I can find.
Could you imagine having money, being like, yo, this game I just played was so sick. Let's go buy this company. Like, that's insane to have.
That's basically what they got going on over there.
Like Magic series would be with no.
Huh?
Who series?
Magica.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's a fun game. I like those games.
Is that Castle Captors?
No.
No,
it's in that same vein though.
Magica is like a 2D
2D
side-scrolling platform, like wizard game. You're like a wizard.
It's a
You're like
combination of
throwing
games,
spells.
yeah.
What was
Yeah,
that?
it's cool.
What was that Castle Captors game we used to play for like PS2 or something like that?
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Heroes of Might and Magic. That was a great game.
I didn't know that. I remembered it another time we had this conversation.
Wow.
That's how I got there. I was like, yo, he asked me this before. Oh, yeah. That's how I got to that. Because when you asked me, it was blank first, blank. I was like, ooh, he's asking.
I remembered before.
I remembered that we had, yeah. It's crazy how that
Heroes
works.
of Might and Magic. I need to write that down.
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Blade, Pillars of Eternity.
Mount and Blade has a lot of hype. People love that series.
Yep. I'm seeing if there's anything else at the bottom of this list here. And no. So, but yeah, they made a lot of games. They have a 5% stake in them as of 2016. And like I said, he was a fan of the game. So like, let's put a stake in them. Ubisoft. They have 5% of Ubisoft. Yeah.
5% of Ubisoft.
They own Ubisoft too.
5%.
They own.
Okay,
they own
no, they got a stake in. They have a stake in Ubisoft.
Proper terminology and all that. So Tencent actually helped them survive a hostile takeover. It's funny how we ended up talking about that a little earlier. From a company known as Vivendi. That is a whole nother can of worms that I'll try to simplify in a little bit because it'll make sense a little bit. But Ubisoft was about to get hostily taken over by Vivendi. Ubisoft was like, we don't want any part of that. We're going to go with these guys being Tencent. And then, so they say Ubisoft is getting taken over by a giant conglomerate. Vivendi, they're like the Viacom or MSNBC/Comcast of France. That's what they're just a giant media company. Yep. So they failed to take over Ubisoft. Tencent now has 5%, and now Tencent can publish Ubisoft games in China. The last one, star of the show, oddly enough, Activision. 5% stake in Activision Blizzard. Again, Tencent saved Activision Blizzard from getting absorbed by Vivendi, and it kind of ended up the same way. But theirs was a little more messy because this is Activision. So this is before Activision Blizzard became a thing. So Activision Blizzard merger kind of saved them a little bit. Vivendi was still chasing them. And then Tencent came in, saved the day. And now they have 5% of them. Like I said, Vivendi is a French media conglomerate headquartered in Paris. They own Universal Music Group, who most likely owns a lot of the music that we listened to recently.
UMG are criminals, man.
Daily Motion, website streaming. I don't even know if they're even active anymore, but I used to go there a lot. And in December 2007, they put $18 billion into Activision. Their objective, $18
billion.
Yeah, their objective was to rival EA.
Who was objective?
Vivendi. So Vivendi funneled 18.8 million towards Activision to try to get Activision and Blizzard together, which happened.
Million, not billion. Billion.
Yes.
Vivendi put $18.8 billion.
Tencent.
Billion.
Wait, Tencent? No, he just said.
No, Vivendi. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Vivendi put 18.8 billion, merged Activision and Blizzard, and then tried to get a majority stake in there. Activision Blizzard got themselves out. And then Tencent came in with their 5% stake to stop Vivendi from owning Activision Blizzard totally. So they're stopping another company from taking them over so that Tencent can have a stake in it.
So that Tencent can keep their Tencent.
Because Vivendi probably wouldn't have did that. They wouldn't have probably let them get a stake in it.
Right. And they would have been like, you're going to do what we tell you to do versus Tencent just be like, no. Do your thing. Do your thing. We'll just make money on the back end. Do your thing.
Oh, they've spent an astronomical amount of money recently. all of these companies have maintained their autonomy, their intellectual property, and everything else. And Tencent's just getting paid. That's ultimately the gist of what I'm trying to say. Tencent is getting paid right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Nuts, man.
Absolutely.
They're crushing it, dude. They're crushing it. Like they are. I don't know if they're good guys, bad guys. Who knows? All that matters is these dudes on a business side are crushing it in the gaming industry.
Yeah,
They're literally just crushing it. They are smart. They are driven. They have a plan, and it's working. They're buying everything.
And
buying everything.
Not to mention the fact that they are letting these companies
that's the huge deal.
Be themselves, let them do their own thing. So it looks appealing to them as a company to do, you know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, okay, I don't mind going to Tencent. Like they're gonna let me still do my own thing. Like they're gonna buy
tells
us,
more and more companies who are on the come up, who are afraid of losing their IPs, afraid of losing the stuff that they work so hard for, their patents, their technology, their IPs to these bigger companies. And Tencent's like, no. All you. Yeah. We just want to own the company. You can keep everything. We just want them. We just want the dollars on the back end.
We just want
to
talk real quick.
Be you. Be 100% you. Go do your thing. Go make that game for us. Thank you.
Exactly. Honestly, you don't even got to call us. You handle all your own thing. We don't care. Just give us our money every month.
we will be sending our finance guy. He'll do all of that.
Yeah, only call us when you need money. Otherwise, do your thing.
Live your best life. Just make sure the check's in the mail.
That's right. That's right. We're going to send our accountant now works here. See you later.
Maybe they should buy CD Projekt Red so they can get their act together.
Yeah, see you later.
CD Projekt Red most indubitably needs an investor. They have quite the pit to pull themselves out of right now.
Tencent about to show up like, yo, I got something for y'all.
Real talk though, it would not be a bad move for Tencent to pull up because you see the vision, the ideas that CD Projekt Red had. They have something.
Vision.
They have a vision, and even just beyond the game, because the vision for the game was clearly something great that they had planned, but it got screwed up. Beyond that, their marketing that they had planned as well was also good. They had all this stuff set up. They had a lot of good marketing planned. So if the game came out like it was supposed to, like how it was intended to come out with their marketing, they would have blew up astronomically. Like it would have, they would have blown up. They have, what's his name?
Pre-orders ever, right? Wasn't it something crazy like that?
Like 8 million or something like that?
Yeah, they had like the most pre-orders in the amount of time ever. Some craziness like that. It was insane.
They put their what was it? I think their motorcycles in what's Kojima's game?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. They have what's his dude? Neo, one of the characters in the game themselves. What's his name?
Johnny.
Yeah, what's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
They had Keanu Reeves. His actual bike company is in Cyberpunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have a chair with Secret Lab. They have so much. They had a lot of marketing ideas and plans set up. Like they would have been so good. They would have been good.
They did a dope game. They really did the dope game. It just, unfortunately, it has its problems.
Unfortunately, that happened.
It came out too soon. Basically, it needed another year.
Yeah, it just needed another year.
Needed another year at least.
A year to get it all sound locked up.
Just release Cyberpunk 2079 as what Cyberpunk 2077 was gonna be. And we won't be able to tell the difference. You might end up being forgiven too. Who knows?
Cyberpunk 2079 developers cut.
Whatever that they're gonna do, developers cut.
The developers. Oh no, we can't use that word. Don't use the word cut.
Whatever that they're gonna do next, man, they're gonna have to get it right. They're gonna have to get it spot on.
Yeah.
Whatever their next big project is, it's got to be spot on.
I don't know. I'm still looking at Cyberpunk as what they could have been versus what they did. So I think that the next game that they put out, I'm not going to say I think that. I would hope that they learn from their mistakes from this one. I mean, it was such, I'm just in a mindset where like you made such a huge mistake. Why would you repeat it? You know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't make sense. I mean, I get it's still possible.
Oh,
I mean, they did such a good job with The Witcher 3, and they messed that up.
3,
like they messed up going forward. So.
And they messed this up.
I mean,
but see, that's the thing.
Anything's possible either way, is what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. You don't learn from a success. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you don't.
They did The Witcher, and it was a success. They went on to Cyberpunk, and they failed. Okay.
Now you gotta learn from this.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hopeful. I'm really hopeful that moving forward, because I know their minds are sharp, and I know that they are capable of dope things and like have these out of the box ideas. I'm hopeful that their next project is going to come out as intended, released as intended,
released as intended.
Blow us
so
away.
We don't have to have a public interview of an investor interviewing an executive. It was weird. It was uncomfortable.
Boy, that was.
I'm thinking
we don't need any of that.
Their next project is going to be what they intended to be. I'm hoping.
Yeah, let another company have to deal with that next year. Like you guys got to get it together with the next project, please.
Don't worry about anything. Yo, get your act together is what you need to do. Don't even develop no more games. When you say don't crunch. Like you lied to us, fam. And then after all this happened, he was like, nah, we ain't gonna do crunch again. Fam, you said that several years ago, and then you activated crunch.
Honestly,
crunch time.
Look,
so
man,
we don't trust you right now. So you need to get your act together.
Facts. These are facts.
One of my favorite companies are Crunch King, so I can't even say nothing about the crunch. I just, you know what I mean? I'm out of the crunch conversation. Shout out to Naughty Dog. So like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I'm just
like, aren't their devs like very upset with them and all this?
Naughty Dog?
Or is that no? Yeah.
They're just the crunch kings. They always be like, crunch time. They be like, what time it is? Crunch time.
Crunch time.
Crazy.
That's terrible.
Just because you can do
it doesn't mean you should.
Doesn't mean you should. Yeah. That's messed up.
Naughty Dog. What time is it?
Yeah.
It looks like you guys look at the
crunch
clock
time.
yet? Did you guys look at the clock today? No, what happened?
Yeah, it's time for the throwback of the week. Let's go there. Let's go there. Because people got families, man. Let them get home.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's time for everybody's favorite time of the week, and that is B's throwback of the week.
Oh.
And we're playing music.
And I'm sorry.
We're not?
I don't think. No, it just didn't hear me.
music.
Sometimes you don't say it loud enough. You have to say it louder. But what I said was, it is time for everybody's favorite segment, and that is B's throwback of the week.
So,
sick.
Beast. So, what I've done for you guys this week is a little different than what I normally do.
Excuse me? What you doing? Don't be changing things, man.
It's kind of a thing. It's something like
here we go. Hey, you see this? New year, new me.
I had to do. No. It's something that I had to do. So, as a lot of you know or don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know now. Adobe Flash Player is dead. It is no more. It is gone. It is like you've been seeing all these updates on your PCs that have been telling you to uninstall this. It's no longer valid. It doesn't do anything. It's dead. So at the end of 2020, Flash Player is no more.
R.I.P.
And we got the last bit of Flash support is now officially done. So it is January 2021. It is done. So if you have Flash still installed, who knows what for?
That's your business.
Uninstall it.
Uninstall that. That's a serious security risk, by the way.
So what I did was I just wanted to give a shout out to all the Flash games that we've all played over the years.
Damn.
All the stick deaths, all the games that you played on Newgrounds and Clips and all these different sites that you played. Mini clips, that's what I couldn't think of that you've played. And you can't even remember half of the names of the games, but you remember spending hours on those games and just bouncing around and picking all types of different ones. So I remember me and Key spent a lot of time on the Stick Death website and all their Flash animation and their Flash videos, Flash games. So that was where I went first. That's the first place I went.
You don't remember Line Rider, do you?
Huh?
You don't remember Line Rider?
It's actually, I have a list open of like the top 10, and that's the very first one.
What
Feels
is it?
like that is the best
Line
one.
Rider. So
Lime
it's
Rider?
like Line Rider. So imagine you got MS Paint open, right? You just draw a bunch of squiggly lines all across the board. There's a little man on a sled. He rides
the
creation.
Oh, okay.
So people came up with some elaborate schemes on that thing. It's crazy. They like pair it to like classical music, like Beethoven and things like that. It was cool.
Yeah, and they got this little dude just bouncing all over the place.
Yep.
It's really cool.
The last thing I remember playing was Flash Revolution. That was
I spent stupid hours on that game.
Flash Revolution.
I used to like Flash Revolution.
Yeah, I played a lot of that too with you. What's crazy is when I decided to do this, because I know we've all played, so us, the people in the chat, the people who follow us online, we've all had weird interactions or cool interactions with these types of games. Like I remember me and Reese spent a lot of time playing a game called Hexagon. It's like a weird chess kind of checkers kind of game where you're pearls versus rubies, and they can overtake each other, and they can multiply, or they can jump. It's just games like that we just spent hours on. That I thought that was really cool. Huh?
I missed that game. Damn.
Yeah, dude. It's a lot of cool games like that. But what really blew me away was what I didn't know, and I should have known this because I watched the indie game special. Is the fact that Super Meat Boy is a Flash game.
Oh yeah.
Did you, dude?
I did know that. Yes.
Totally forgot that.
Obviously, the program variant is going to be superior than the Flash version.
But, right. But just the fact that it was developed originally. So for those of you who know, I mean, I feel like most of you guys know, but for those of you who don't know, Super Meat Boy is the critically acclaimed indie game. It's the indie version of Super Mario Brothers. It is the hardest Super Mario Brothers game you've ever played ever in your life until that cat thing came out. This game is relentless. It is brutal. It is tons and tons and tons and tons of fun. And it's a Flash game. It has over 300 levels of just brutal platforming. It's just, it's dark. It's witty, and it's super difficult, and your thumbs will burn. I mean, it's just a super difficult game, but it won a ton of awards. It won a ton of money on Xbox and all these other platforms. But I didn't know or remember that it was a Flash game. That's amazing to me that we saw Flash, like Reese said, Line Rider, or like the Stick Death stuff and Hexagon, like these very simple games for them to actually make a full, fast-paced action
Flash game. Yeah, right. Those were few and far between.
Yeah, so shout out to a dying medium that we all spent hours on playing.
Is dead.
It's dead.
It's
officially
dead. I was thinking that, man, because what were we? We were like my oldest is 11 now, so we were like that age.
About that
when
age.
The internet was starting to become more mainstream.
Yeah.
What is it? The late 90s, early noughts, mid noughts.
I think I first went to the Baker House at like 12 or something like that.
Yeah,
around
I was like
12, 11,
the
12.
early 2000s. We just sit there at them computers and just absorb the internet.
I know.
Most likely a Flash game, or probably an emulation or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Most likely a Flash game. And
you definitely played a ton of Flash.
I played hundreds probably of those games.
And you can't even think of the names of them.
Can't think of the names of them. But now I'm like, dang, because not like I said, my oldest, he's 11 now. He's very much into video games. And kind of what I wanted to do is be like, yo, when I was your age, this is what I was playing. Nintendo hard. Here, get this keyboard, play this Flash game. I can't even do the Flash games no more. I mean, I know there are sites out there that are taking initiative to like archive these things so that they are playable in some form in the future. But right now, like to the layperson who doesn't really know computers like that, these games are gone now.
Yeah, I literally just checked Hexagon, and there's a website that has it up where they have a playable version of it. I was pretty stoked.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what you have to do now. You got to go to these alternate sites that hopefully host something that you remember. There isn't a central location anymore.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, we spent a lot of time on Newgrounds. Like all of us, like all the people that we know and the people that they know have spent a lot of time on places like Newgrounds and mini clips, and just spent ridiculous hours on like random snowboarding games or random like
whatever caught our attention at that point in time.
Games, just so many
tower climb games where you hop on the clouds and you go up and
Wait a second. Would you say, now I don't know if you guys actually have this app, and I do have it on my phone, but I literally only opened it once. Huh? Congregate?
That was a website like at the tail end of Flash's life that was hosting a lot of the Flash games.
Oh, no. It's not Flash. It's not Flash. I'm about to ask, wait, just let me. So I'm asking if, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you guys have this, but if you would consider Roblox this day and age's Newgrounds. Now, I've only literally looked at Roblox one time. It was right after I watched Queen's Gambit, and I was trying to find a way to play chess. So my girlfriend's daughter had me download Roblox, because apparently you can go into the Roblox app and just, there's like a list of just a plethora of different types of games and stuff that you can play. Like, would you consider that a new age version of Newgrounds?
Like, I think
look really quick.
I think that's what's happened, right? Is we don't have the web browser games anymore, because we have this connectivity of playing games together online. And now we have those types of games, the Minecrafts, the Roblox, where things, it's like, it kind of resembles those old web browser kind of games, but people can play them together. People can play them online, and they can have an avatar and a profile and play a bunch of different mini games and all these different things.
Yeah.
So,
I
would definitely say yes on that.
I thought Roblox was recent. It is not.
No.
As of September, it'll be 15 years old.
Whoa, I didn't know it was that old.
I was going to say like 5 or 10. That's crazy.
Yeah.
September of 06 is when it released. So it more likely than not, it grew up in the Flash era, and then it's be like, oh, we notice this is dying, and they could have took steps to be like, okay, this is going to be accessible anymore. Let's create an equivalent.
Yeah, man.
It most certainly adapted. I mean, it definitely. I haven't searched through this app, but I highly doubt that it's gonna have as much epic, or if any at all, epic stick death fights, because those were so sick on Newground. I am the hero.
Too good. Those are too good, dude. Those things were so good. Like,
so epic.
It was like that era, right? Where, like, we were watching anime and we were getting in, and then the Matrix came out. It was all those things were happening like all at the same time. And that stick animation, stick video games were super cool.
It was
you
like,
could just hop into a library, just plug it into a browser and just go.
And just watch them go at it. And it was this around the same time as like Dragon Ball Z AMVs. You know what I mean? So we're watching Dragon Ball Z AMVs, or you just watching a stick death battle. Like, you just watch them.
And this is probably why you only like anime with fighting.
Probably, yeah. Actually, no, this is probably
makes
why.
Sense now.
Like, stick death and Dragon Ball Z AMVs messed up my childhood.
Yo, if you weren't in your teens watching Dragon Ball AMVs, what were you doing with yourself?
I don't know, man.
What's the name of that Linkin Park song? Something. It's called something.
You're talking about track 9 on Hybrid Theory. I can't think of the name right now, but I know exactly.
A Place for My Head?
No,
Place for My Head.
Somewhere I Belong. Somewhere I Belong. Dragon Ball Z AMV. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I like the one I said. I've seen that one.
Which one?
A lot of them again.
I'm pretty sure there's a FMV for every single.
Yeah,
for every single Linkin Park song for the first 2 albums.
One for every single.
Yeah,
right, for every song.
The Trunks, the Teen Gohan versus Teen Trunks one. Oh my!
That was with you. That might have been a with you one. That might have been a with you
Teen Gohan
one
versus Teen Trunks.
Yeah.
What about then the one? This might be GT. But they're in the realm with the there's like bubbles. I can see it in my head. There's like They look like jelly beans all in this. They're in.
Yeah, so that was a movie. I think his name was Janimba or something like that. That was a movie, and it was a Super Saiyan Gogeta.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Super Saiyan Gogeta had to handle that. I do remember that.
Oh my,
I do remember
the
that.
I don't remember seeing that
AMVs
one.
so fire. The AMV, like they made stuff like that. It just makes it look or makes it feel so much more epic. It just brings
It's
out
the
the
culture, man. Like
epicness.
we create these cool things, like, and you still see those types of videos on Instagram and stuff now. Like you might see someone take a song, and it could be any genre. They just find a way to make it look good and
Make
feel
it part of the video.
Yeah,
Yep.
a little
it
different,
feels
right?
it. Yes,
The music's on there.
the music.
Like you see some of these things, and it might put like a lo-fi hip hop beat on there over a really dope Naruto fighting scene, and it just works. It just
and
hits, you know.
fits. Yo, there's something about
Yeah.
the music that is perfectly timed with the fight scene that just makes you feel it so much more. Makes
It's
you
activating
feel
multiple
it.
senses. You know, you get
Now you know why music is so important to me in video games.
It-
Absolutely.
Like, just like how the battle system is for you, that's how the music is for me. I can't have a battle and it be some whack music.
Oh my
Like, it'll be
goodness.
like,
Yo, I'm so glad you said that. I was playing Dragon Quest 11 earlier.
Yeah.
One of the very first things that I noticed was that there is no victory theme. This game is made by Square Enix. There is no victory theme. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I don't understand it. It's just the oddest. This battle music, but when you win, the battle music ends and you just go back to the world. It's the weirdest thing. I've never.
Yeah, see, when stuff like that happens, I'm going right into options. I'm turning the music all the way off, and I'm turning my Spotify on. Or I'm turning on my Apple Music.
I only recently did that for like a number of games.
You know,
Right.
I've never done. The only time I've ever done that was Wolverine's Revenge for the Xbox OG.
Dude,
Oh, yeah, I
it was
remember,
this
yeah.
bad experience. I try to do it with as many games. I'm like, music's trash, turn it off. But if the music's
Crazy.
really good, like Final Fantasy 7, I didn't turn it off. The music was really good. It was really, really, really good. So I kept it.
I couldn't
Final Fantasy
imagine
VII.
playing Wolverine's Revenge without having Linkin Park in the background, without having Faint on in the background.
The first two records on repeat during the entire game.
That entire
Yeah,
game.
that's that game soundtrack now. Y'all ruined the game.
Yo,
That's
I
it.
don't
Well,
that's
know
back
the
when-
game
And
soundtrack.
that's back when Key would used to at least try some stuff. Like he would actually at least try some stuff before it would go crazy. But like, good times.
I don't know what that game soundtrack was, and also that game was super. Huh?
I don't know it either.
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Two records, like
It's
period.
the game soundtrack is Linkin Park. Also,
Yeah.
that game was super before its time, and
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game.
the stealth in that game was quality because you would just murder people.
That's why it was quality, because you
Quality.
were stealthily
Quality
murdering people.
stealth. You would jump off.
Like
and just
Mark of Cree. Mark of Cree is another
I'm
beautiful stealth game where you're murdering people. You just walk up behind some dude, head gone. See you later. Sent you Wrath of Heaven, but I digress. Flash, but rest in peace, Flash. It's the death of an era. It's the death of a ton of these little games that we loved growing up during the AIM era. We're showing our age now.
Mr. Butter 143.
Yes. Black Dragon 6617. We are all here. We are all in the flesh. So I just wanted to give a little shout out as a throwback to just an era, literally an era of thousands of games that have been released. And for me, the champion of all Adobe Flash games is Super Meat Boy. It just literally changed your thought process of what a Flash game could be. It can be a big,
Could be something
big
greater.
game on a big platform like Microsoft, like Sony, and now it's literally that game is everywhere. So
Literally everywhere.
literally everywhere. It's one of the best platformers ever made. If you've never played it, yeah. So huge shout out to Flash, Adobe Flash. Rest in peace to an era.
Unfortunately, the second game's an auto scroller, and a lot of people aren't happy about that.
Auto scroller. What does that mean? You move on your own?
So in the first game, you control your movement and you bounce around the platform and stuff. Game
Now-
2, you're moving and you have to.
Oh, you just have to jump
Yeah,
and jump.
yeah.
Yeah.
people
That
are not
sucks. Why
happy.
would they do that?
You got to keep up. Yeah.
What it is,
I don't know what
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
That was one of those instances.
Well, maybe they were just trying to.
Before we close, we could just do a quick recap. The Vicarious Visions merger with Blizzard. I don't know. It's cool that they have another dope company who's doing dope things for them, but it sounds like they can only do it for them. They can't do their own thing. So that's a bittersweet thing for me.
Hopefully they don't put them inside of a box, but if they do, that really sucks. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yo, Blizzard, learn from Tencent.
For real. Because Tencent got going on.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot of companies.
And let them do what they want to do. Just let them make that bread for you, baby.
A lot of companies need to do what Tencent did, man.
Why are you forcing it?
Tencent's insane, that's for sure.
Tencent's buying spree has been super successful.
Yo, Tencent, do your thing.
They're just doing their thing. They're doing. Also, give us Wukong. Can you make sure Wukong comes over here because we need that?
Yeah, yo, Tencent, make sure we get that Black Myth. Like,
live your best life. Yeah. But I need Goku. You know what I'm saying? Bring over Goku.
And lastly, Microsoft's price hike psych, like how they came out and it's about to make a catastrophic error, and then they checked themselves before they wrecked themselves.
They fixed it.
Good on you, Microsoft.
It's good on them. They almost made a mistake, but they didn't. So good on them. I guess at the end of the day, they did a good thing. That was almost a bad thing.
Yeah. Be the shining star that all these other companies need to do, except Tencent, because they know what they're doing. But make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes. Make mistakes. That's how you learn.
If you can,
if it's a bad mistake,
if you can be a Tencent conglomerate and have the
care,
the vibe, and caringness of Microsoft, you would be the ultimate company.
And that's what Microsoft's been doing, buying everything up. Yeah. But now they got ZeniMax. They out here, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Keith, take us home, man.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been a great episode. We had a lot to talk about, a lot of good, maybe some potentially bad, but we don't know. Hopefully it isn't bad. In any case, thank you everybody for tuning in, for kicking it with us, for hearing us jabber. And this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.